Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Chapter 1/2 of Resident Evil 4 in Professional difficulty.
Humans, let us give you our power. Soon, you will become unable to resist this intoxicating power.
Hey, wake up.
Crawl out of one hole and into another.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Americano, see? Now what brings a bloke like you to this part of the world? Oh, hey, easy, whoever you are.
Name's Leon. Came here looking for this girl. Seen her?
What, are you supposed to be a cop or something? Nah, you don't look the type.
Maybe.
Okay, let me guess. She's the president's daughter?
That's too good for a guess. Want to start explaining?
Psychic powers. Nah, just kidding with you, amigo. I overheard one of the villagers talking something about the president's daughter in the church.
Shit.
And who might you be?
Me llamo Luis Sera. I used to be a cop in Madrid. But now I'm just a good-for-nothing guy who happens to be quite a ladies' man.
Why'd you quit?
Phew, policia. You put your life on the line. Nobody really appreciates you enough for it. Being a hero isn't what it's cracked up to be anymore.
Used to be a cop myself. Only for a day, though.
I thought I was bad.
Somehow I managed to get myself involved with the incident in Raccoon City on my first day in the force.
That is the incident with the viral outbreak, right? I think I might have seen a sample of the virus in a lab at the department.
Hey boy, I'm not dying.
Do something, cop!
After you.
Now!
The neck snapper.
It's Leon. Sorry I couldn't get in touch sooner, but I was a bit tied up.
You're okay, right?
I'm fine. There was a male civilian held captive. According to him, Ashley's in a church somewhere.
What happened to him?
He managed to escape.
Do you have a fix on the location of that church?
No, but apparently there's a secret passage in the village that leads there. I'm heading back to the village.
Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So during all the dialogue of this game, I'm going to try and keep a back seat and not speak, because sometimes
Over here, stranger.
I do speak over the dialogue. I don't know when to stop. So I'm going to try my best. It makes it easier to do that with it being post-commentary, I think. And yes, through the whole of this playthrough, I will be referencing the fact that it's post-commentary.
Got something that might interest you.
Here's the merchant, ladies and gentlemen. Legendary man.
Got a selection of... What are you selling?
I tell you what's the best thing about doing a post-commentary playthrough like this. I'm sat drinking a cup of tea in my dressing gown right now. Oh yeah. This is very alien to me.
Is that all?
But yes, in this chapter, we are going to see some shambolic gameplay, the game screwing us over, and a shit ton of dynamite.
Thank you. What are you buying?
And I think I pimp up the firepower of the handgun and the shotgun and sell an incendiary grenade to make sure I've got the funds to do so. Oh, and the rifle ammo there. Because of course I will be getting rid of the default shotgun and handgun. But at the end of the day, the more I pimp them up now, the more money I get for them when I do sell them. I might get the red 9. I'm recording this at the end of chapter 2/1, so I've done a few more chapters after this. But I've still got the default handgun and shotgun, but I think I'm going to get the riot gun, then the striker, obviously, best fucking gun in the game, ladies and gentlemen. And then probably the red 9, but I do like the blacktail as well. I've always been keen on that weapon. Oh, he's going for the grenade, boys. Oh, pro dodge. Pro dodge. It's quite a tricky part, this. Although, that's retardation. And thankfully, you get iframes at times like that. Otherwise, I'd be dead. But I see that last dynamite guy there, and once I know he's gone, I make a run for it. I always go to the right-hand side before I go to the left-hand side here. And to be honest with you, I think it might be easier going to the left first. But it's just the way I've always done it, and sometimes, even when you've played a game so many times, you can get comfortable doing it in a certain way. Oh, he's running for it, boys. Holy shit. There's the left side of the emblem. I'm going to keep him in place there by shooting him. Get him blown up and collect a bit of loot. Those guys are very easy to avoid. It's the guys with the throwable melee weapons that are the biggest problem for me. Blast these guys with a shotgun there. I was mindful of the door closing before I shot, but it didn't, just about. Absolute chaos. Fantastic gameplay, but coming up here is when the game fucks me over. Usually you get an iframe. You get iframes here when you go up this ladder. But this guy just hits me straight away. And an iframe though. But for some reason, I take damage. Well, usually I don't. But that's interesting. But that's not the end of the game fucking us over, ladies and gentlemen, or not. I should be going the other way around here, but for some reason I go forward. It's so interesting watching your gameplay back in moments like this, because you can see where you're going wrong. But watch this, I'm trying to pick that up. It's delayed, and then that guy grabs me. Elbows of fucking steel, boys. So a bit of Lionel Messi gameplay, but we're getting out of here. And it is really best to just collect loot, run. Killing all those guys might be fun, but it's just not quite worth it in my opinion. Not a lot of them anyway. But yes, we've got the El Gigante fight before the big cheese fight, of course. And the El Gigante isn't difficult at all. The hardest thing about that game is you've got to interact with 3 quick time events. And you've got to like press, I think it's X the first time when you get on his back and use the knife to cut away the parasite. And then the next time, it might be X again. but sometimes it is the A button. And if you press the wrong button, he shakes you off, and you take a lot of damage. The game trolling the hell out of us there, believe me. I think I shoot that guy once to keep him in place a few times. And that's those douchebags out of the equation. There are traps for days around here. I always tread carefully. Always a little bit wary. I stay and fight these guys. Not totally necessary, but I might get some extra money. Pro dodge there of the axe. Oh! He got his own back. I don't remember that. Get the elegant mask. And already, ladies and gentlemen, my inventory is looking very Lionel Messi indeed. It's going to get worse in a couple of minutes. I do apologise if anybody out there is getting triggered by these turn of events. Because a lot of people love to do some Tetris with their inventories on this game. But me, I just don't see the point. But I do seem to be in the minority. The black bass is going in. There he is. But yeah, I'm delighted to finally bring this to the channel. It's going to be a tricky project. This game is long. It is too long. And the last, I'd say, 2 chapters on professional difficulty tiresome and annoying, unfortunately. Comes close to just completely ruining the game for me, but that's just the last 2 chapters. Once you reach the island, I think I referenced this in part 1 actually. It just all gets a little bit too action orientated, silly, and ugh. But we are as good as done for this chapter. We're going to meet the big cheese again. A truly intimidating character. And on professional difficulty, when you fight him in the barn later on, he has a shit ton of HP, and it's a fight that I've always been very, very bad at. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. One thing I realised in the first part here is I'm using the Mavivi video editor. Once the actual video stops, I cannot continue talking. It doesn't just black screen and I continue talking. It just stops the microphone from working. So, yeah. See you guys in the next part.
Si la plaga es mucho mejor que la nuestra.
Tienes razón.
You carry the same blood as us, it seems. Nevertheless, you're an outsider. Just remember, if you become unpleasant to our eyes, you'll face severe consequences.
What? Same blood.